Good evening, everyone. Welcome all to the meetup. My name is Dinesh Kumar, expert certified Mendix developer and senior technical lead at MXTechies. Today is MXTechies' fourth Mendix live meetup, and the topic is going to be Unleash the Power of Mendix UI. Today's presenters are going to be Krishna Raj and Thangaselvan. Before diving into my session, let me introduce about my company.
MXTechies was incepted in 2017.
Initially, we provided high-code and full-stack development services using Java, React, and so on. In 2018, we entered our space in Mendix. We have over 75 plus Mendix developers with a mixture of expert, intermediate, rapid, and advanced developers. Yeah. We provide the whole 9 yards of Mendix services, right from the UI UX to the developing web, mobile, and native applications. Our expertise also extends on RTA and retail operations. We are currently in partnership with Siemens Mendix, providing end-to-end leadership and thoughtship for creating enterprise applications. Without further ado, let me give the session to Krishna Raj.
Let us start our exciting journey and learn how to unleash the power of Mendix UI. Let me introduce myself. My name is Krishna Raj. I'm Mendix Certified Expert Developer and Principal Technical Lead with MXTechies. Over to you, Thank.
Hello everyone, I'm Thangaselvan, Senior Mendix Developer from Mendix. I'm an Advanced Certified Mendix Developer. I expertise in user experience and user interface.
Today, the agenda revolves around unleashing the power of Mendix UI, low-code platform. We shall look at the various aspects of working with Mendix UI. Let us explain the agenda in detail. Firstly, UI challenge. In any application development process, designing an intuitive and user-friendly user interface is crucial. This section likely focus on discussing common UI challenges faced by developers and how Mendix addresses them. It may cover various topics such as responsive design, accessibility, cross-platform compatibility, and maintaining consistent in the UI. Next is Mendix UI. It offers a set of pre-built UI elements and styles that can be easily customized to match the application branding and design requirements. This section may explore the capabilities of Atlas UI, includes its extensive widget library, and the way to leverage it to create visually appealing and consistent UIs.
The next topic is Mendix UI shortcuts. This section might cover time-saving tricks and best practices for organizing and structuring UI elements within the Mendix platform. Next is building web pages. This section likely focusing on explaining how to building web pages using Mendix default UI components. Third-party icon integrations. Icons plays a crucial role in UI design, providing visual cues and improving overall user experience. Finally, Q&A. Where you can ask questions and we will give you the best response.
Alright, we will now begin with the UI challenges. Let's see some of the most vital UI challenges in user experience. Ensuring a consistent user experience across all pages and modules can be difficult. Responsive design. Creating a design that works seamlessly on various devices, mobile, tablet, desktop is a common challenge. Up-to-date design. A modern design keeping up with modern design trends and technology can be challenging. Collaboration. Collaboration between designers, developers, and stakeholders can often be a hurdle in UI development. Now let's talk about some more important things. We have several design systems in building an application. Mendix platform follows the Atlas UI as a design system. Atlas UI is a powerful tool for building visually appealing and user-friendly application quickly and efficiently. It's a visual design system and framework for creating user interface in Mendix applications. It provides a set of pre-built UI components and design elements to help developers with color schemes, typography, and layout. It has a great advantage. It helps to save time and efforts when creating the user interface. Normally, creating a UI can take a lot of time, but with Atlas UI, it becomes much easier and quicker. It also allows customization using SCSS and JavaScript and other third-party components.
Now we will discuss design elements. Mendix has a set of design elements. They are navigation layout, page building, building blocks, design properties, and widgets. First, let's get started with navigation layout. Navigation layout describes how the navigation components are arranged and structured. It enables developers to incorporate menu items, drop-down list, icons, and other interactive features to boost the navigation. Mendix navigation layout is designed to be responsive, and it adapts to different screens and different devices. This ensures that the user can access and navigate the application seamlessly on desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. Next is page template. Page template is a pre-designed layout that can be used as a starting point of creating pages. It acts as a blueprint of building multiple pages within Mendix application. By using this same template, you can maintain consistency in designs throughout the application. It offers multiple page templates for dashboards, login pages, forms, and overview pages. Building blocks. Building blocks are ready-made UI components that can be easily added to a Mendix application. Building blocks includes various elements such as headers, lists, forms, cards, and wizards. Similar to page templates, building blocks can be adjusted and created as per your needs. By using building blocks, Mendix facilitates a uniform and streamlined user experience. You can simply right-click on a page and add your building blocks into your Mendix project. Finally, design property. Design property make it simple to modify the look of the widget. You can change things like colors, borders, and spacing by adjusting these properties. The key feature of using design property is if you need to make change or update, you can modify the property in one place. The changes will be automatically reflected throughout your Mendix application.
Great. We have explained in detail the design elements and their properties. At this point, I would like to explain why Mendix uses SCSS over CSS. SCSS is generally preferable over CSS because it provides more advanced features and functionalities that make it easier to write and maintain style sheet, especially for large projects. It also saves times and efforts by allowing the use of variables and other features. Let's quickly compare CSS and SCSS. So we have two syntax. In CSS syntax, a class selector button primary applies several style properties. The value of properties are hard-coded for color codes and font size values. In SCSS code snippets, we have variables brand primary, font normal, grayed out are defined as a variable. By using this variable, you can easily change the value at single place and have those changes reflected across your style sheets. SCSS also allows you to perform mathematical operations, use mixins, nesting, and more powerful, flexible way of writing CSS.
Beautiful comparison. We have looked at Atlas UI and its design elements so far. To understand more, let's see how to create and use these features in Mendix application efficiently. We have a hands-on experience with several industries like manufacturing, banking, insurance, logistics, healthcare, and so on. But today, we have chosen retail as a use case to develop in Mendix. We shall move on to the demo now. The following is what the demo will cover. First, we will showcase the live building of landing pages of the portal, customization of few widgets, how to use Mendix design properties, integrating material icon into your project. Finally, showcase the workflow of MX Retail Fashion app. Here is the wireframe of MX Fashion Retailer. We have been inspired by multiple fashion websites going to build in Mendix 9.12.4 version using pre-built Mendix component and few customization on the pages to enrich the user interface. Before we start on the live building of the demo, we would like to cover some of the best practices to kickstart Mendix UI. Now I will explain how to create custom theme model in Mendix project. In this Mendix project, we have already created the theme model called UI underscore theme resources. Now I'm going to create a new model. Right click on the App Explorer, click on Add Model and name it as UI underscore theme underscore live. Once the model is created, you can right click on the model and select Mark as UI resource component. Once it is done, Mendix will generate automatically the styling folders for native and web. You can by default it will have the design properties and main.scss. The green icon indicates that it's a theme model, which make it easy identification from other models. When you create a new model, set the priority to compile the theme resources under theme settings tab. So navigating to settings, theme tab, you can see the list of UI models are listed here. This order, the styles will get reflected in your application. The reason for having a customized theme model is to maintain the app-specific style guideline and easy to make changes quickly to the design elements. The major advantages of having this model, it can be easily exported and imported into other applications to foster your UI development. The advantages of having this model is we can simplify the process of UI development and easily share these UI stylings to the other applications. Hope everyone understood the reason behind the creating UI theme model in this project. Next, let's open custom variable.scss file under UI theme resource model. So when you create new theme model, it is good to have a custom variable file to define the company brandings, which includes fonts, colors, typography, and so on. Important to note that always create the custom variable.scss file under the web folder and import the same to main.scss file to inherit the values in other files. So I'm going to main.scss file, I imported custom variables file to use these values in other files. This helps to maintain consistency, code readability, and make it simple to update styles throughout your project. Always add the developer's command in the code because it is easy to maintain the code. To add specific customization, we have already customized few of the Mendix default widgets. Buttons, cards, carousels, clicks, inputs, list view, and so on. Do not forget to import these files in main.scss. These are the files I have already imported. These are files I have customized and imported in main.scss file. This is how a new theme model is created and UI development is kickstarted in Mendix project.
Great. Next, we are going to build the landing page of the MX Fashion portal using the wireframe design. Let's start developing the landing page by comparing the wireframe design. Chandrasekhar will be writing the code for building the home page. I'll be explaining the changes. Before developing the page, I would like to explain the domain model setup of the project. Let me open the domain model. The product entity stores the product details and it is associated with size and category entities. Storing the images of the product on the product images entity. So we have a bag entity to store the my bag details and it is associated with account entity. Altogether, these entities will be used across the pages. All the data are configured in the master data for products and their associated entities. So this is the domain model setup that we have created for the module. So now let's create a new page with the name home_web_live and select the page template as blank. Here. Now the page has been created. Now let's add this page in the navigation as home page as default. So we are adding the page in the navigation. Let's go back to the wireframe. So this is the wireframe that we are going to build on the home page of the portal. So the first block, we have the carousel widget. So we need to have the carousel transition and animation of the images. And followed by that, we have the category. So let's go back to the page and start building these blocks. So let's place the carousel widget on the page. So the carousel widget is a default Mendix component. So we are going to use the default Mendix properties to achieve this particular feature in carousel block. So we have a set of default properties, pagination. So the pagination is to show the pagination dots to load the images. So navigation controls to have the previous and next button on the image. Autoplay, so automatically moves the slide without user control action. Delay, basically a time interval between the next time to load the images. Infinity loop, so to load the images infinite times. And animation is to add the fading animation on each cycle. So all these properties are default Mendix properties, as I mentioned. Now let's add an image. So let's drag and drop the dynamic image viewer widget. Place the data source as image collection. So let's add the image collection. Now let's run the application. So the app will be restarted. So before the restart is successfully completed, I would like to share a quick Mendix 10 bite, some quick bites about Mendix 10. So on April 25th, Mendix beta version of Mendix 10 was released. As of now, a major update from Mendix 10 is converting the microflow to nanoflow and vice versa. The user experience has been updated in the Mendix Studio Pro with intuitive font and colors. Yeah. So now the app is ready now. It has been restarted successfully. So you can see. So we have placed the carousel widget on the home landing page. We have built this lively. So we have replicated the same design on the Mendix homepage as well. Let's go back to the page and build the category blocks. So during the presentation, we explained about the building blocks and how they can be used in multiple places. Similarly, we have created a building block for the headers. We will place the building block PB heading underscore card. So this building block will be placed and we will change the headers to category. So these categories are dynamic and configured in the category entities. Now let's list view below the headers building block. And let's select the category as data source. And again, we will place the dynamic image viewer inside the list view to show the image of categories. And we will choose the data source as category image that is associated to the category entity. And let's place a text widget to show the category name. We have the text widget component and we will map the category name attribute. Yeah. So we have mapped the category name attribute. Yeah. Let's go back to the wireframe and I'll just tell you what is the styling we need to make it. So if you see the images are circle and the image and label are aligned center. So we need to make this change in the properties. Double click on the image viewer and set the appropriate stylings and choose styling as circle from the drop down. And always recommend to use the container to place the data source widget. Easy to add a container for the data source. Right click on the list view widget and select the wrap in container option. And so we need to display the category widget in category block in horizontal view. So we have done customization to make the list view in horizontally. So let's go to the Appearance tab and see what is the customization class. By default, Mendix widget will have some pre-built stylings properties such as spacings and alignments. So let's go back, let's go to the scroll horizontal property and select full scroll options. So this property was created by us to leverage the horizontal styling in the list view widget. So wondering how we added one more property in the Appearance tab? We will demonstrate that later in the demo. And in the list view, we don't want any stylings such as borders and paddings. So we have the style list view called no stylings. So let's go to the in the Appearance tab itself. We will select the no styling property, and also we have additional properties like lined, striped, border, and no styling. So all these are default Mendix properties. Additionally, we have created a property called cards. Later we will explain the card customization. Now let's rerun the application and see the changes. It will take a couple of seconds to be refreshed in the browser. Here we go. So you can see the category block has been redesigned. And one more thing we need to change here is, so we need to align the category block, align center to the top bar. So for that, we have created another building block called bb underscore screen width. So move the entire content of category, header, and list view inside that building blocks. Yeah. So let's rerun the app and see the change. Yeah. So here you can see, let's compare the wireframe and page. So we have replicated the same styling for both the blocks, the carousel as well as the category blocks. So let's move on to the featured products. Let's build the featured product card. Similar to categories, we will reuse the same building blocks for headers and as well as for the spacing top bar. Thunderstorm is making necessary styling changes like how we did for the previous blocks. Yeah, so we are choosing the data source. So we have placed the list view here and mapped the product as entity to that list view. So to show that, we need to display the brand name, product name, and pricing. So we have created another new building block called bb underscore product detail with images. So this building block, we are using it in multiple places in my bags and in checkout page as well. So that's why we have created a reusable component as a building block. So once this building block is placed, we need to map the product image in the dynamic image viewer entity. And we need to do a styling. So already I have mentioned we have written a custom styling called cards in the design property. So we are mapping the attributes of all the product metadata such as offered price, original price, scalings, and ratings. So all these are text widgets. So you don't have to drag and drop each time to place this text widget. So that's why we have created this as a building block. So building block has a lot of advantage in terms of reusable components. Yeah, this is a final attribute mapping. Yeah. So now we need to make this horizontal styling as well. So let's go to the appearance tab and make this horizontal styling, apply it. And one more styling we need to apply here is card styling. So we have written a customized styling. So we will explain that in later demo. Yeah, let's rerun the app and see the difference. And yeah, it will take a couple of minutes to restart. Oops, we need to add another styling. Yeah, so we are making the necessary stylings. Yeah, so again we will map the respective metadata informations of product. So we have mapped the different version of building blocks. So let's go from the first again. So yeah, let's map the data source for the product image. Going forward, let's map the text attributes, brand name, and product name. So we are mapping again the offered price, and again the original price. So basically, so even if you build this building block from fresh, it will take a lot of time. So this particular piece of widgets is being reused, as I mentioned, it's being reused in multiple places. So we have a page called My Bags checkout page. So on all these pages, we are reusing these component stylings. So that's why we have created this as a building block. And yeah, so almost we are ready with the stylings. Let's rerun the application and see the changes in the browser. Almost ready. Let's go to the browser.
Let me check the stylings. So in UI theme resources, I have customized stylings for list view. So let me check the stylings with that correctly reflect.
So we are making some CSS code customization. Yeah. So actually, we have the replication of this page. Let's go and refer over there. So we have taken the reference from our creator page, and let's rerun it. Yeah. So that's a very small mistake from us. Change to the variable itself. Change to the variable. Apologize for the confusion. Actually, we forgot to mention our comment syntax properly. So that's the reason it was not reflecting properly. So hope you can see the difference that we have developed now. So yeah, so let's compare with the wireframe as well as page. So the product block that we have created, so we have replicated the same stylings in the home page as well. Now let's create the branding blocks as well. So in wireframe, we have several brands with its logo. Let's create the same design on the page as well. So we are going to follow the same steps from categories to recreate the designs for brandings too. Let's add the building block for it. Let's change the branding as a top branding. And let's add the list view, set a container branding. So we are following the same step that how we have created the categories. The reasons for using the same thing is so many of the things are reusable here. So that's why we are trying to replicate these steps so that how reusable components that we are building on this page. And one more thing we want to highlight here is on branding we need to have the background colors. So rest of the blocks we don't have the background colors. So we need to additionally we need to add the background color. By default we have the background color to apply for the containers. And one more thing is we need to add the spacings. So we need to add spacing top, bottom, right, left. Let's rerun the app and see. Yeah. So you can see the difference. So we have replicated the all the blocks that we have created in the wireframe, and it has been replicated for all the blocks. So we will now add a My Bag button on top of the page and do some customization using design property. So we have created the snippet on the top bar. So inside that snippet, we have placed that My Bag. So basically, this snippet will be placed across different pages. So that's why we have created the snippet. So now let me deeply demonstrate how to add customization to the design property. Now open, we have just restarted the application. Show the difference. The My Bag is placed on top of this page, top of the home page. Now let's open the design property.json from UI theme resource module. Yeah, I'm going to the respective folder. So design properties are defined on a module level in a JSON format. So there are two types of design properties, a toggle and dropdown. So both these types share fields such as name, type, and description. So initially, property file will have empty JSON object, but we have added customized properties for the Mendix component. So let's see the list view that we have customized. So if you look into the JSON object, so for the product featured block, we have customized, we have written a customized class for list view -car, and we have also defined that in design property. Let's open the listview.css file, and we will show you the return customization. So in this file, we have reused the variables that we have defined in the custom.property file that we explained earlier in this presentation. So now let's lively create one more property for a button and see the changes in the browser. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write a new class in SCSS file button to text. I'm writing the code snippet. So already I'm having a set of code for this styling. So the property is to have a transparent background and no border to this stylings. I've copy pasted this in my component SCSS file. Now I need to create a property for this in design property. Yeah. So we don't have any. Let's go to the appearance tab and see. We will not see any button text property in the appearance tab for the buttons. So if I go to the in the appearance, you can see there is no any property called text button. So now we are going to add that design property, the property file. Let me define the JSON for this. I'm defining the name of this property. text button. And I'm going to define the type. It's going to be a toggle, yes or no option. And I'm going to define the description. The description is going to be something like converting a button to text. And finally, we need to map the respective class from the SCSS file that we have written. Just copying the class name and so we have defined the design property. We have defined the property for this button. Let's go to the home page and see. Let's go to the snippet and see the appearance tab. So in the appearance tab, the text button property has been visible now. So we have added this property in the design property, and its resulting class is reflecting when you choose it as yes. Yeah. Let's restart the application and see the difference for my back button. Yeah. So you can see on top of the home page, the button styling has been changed using the design property that we have added to the button components. So basically, this is how we have added the customization for rest of the default Mendix components. Now you know that how you have learned how to customize the styles and how to add new design properties for the Mendix data widgets and buttons. So we have developed the home page of the portal within a span of few minutes using reusable default Mendix components and customized components. By leveraging the design properties, we can build an application quickly and efficiently with the best practices.
That's great. Next, we are going to see how to integrate custom icons in Mendix project. Mendix has a set of icons. We can add icons for navigations, buttons, and link buttons. Now let us demonstrate how to integrate material icons in Mendix. Navigating to material icon website. Why material icons? Firstly, material icons are widely recognized and used across different platforms. Secondly, material icons are well designed and visually appealing, enhancing the overall aesthetics for your Mendix application. There are over 4,000 plus icons are available in material icon library. Additionally, it allows developers to adjust the size, colors, and icons. To use this, we have already published a module called text to material icon in the marketplace. You can download the module and use it. Open now. I have already imported material icon in our application. So let me open the folder structure. So since it is a UI theme model, it will have the styling folder. Searching for, I'm going to material icon.scss. Here is the code. We have integrated 3 styles of icons in this project: filled icon, outlined icon, and 2 tones icon. Now, these icons are configured, this styles are configured in design properties. You can see the design properties for dynamic text. If you open the Mendix default text widget, there will be an option called dynamic text in Mendix default widget. So let me show you how to use this in our application. Now, going to go home page. So we have an icon for star rating. Now we used as a Mendix image. Now I'm going to replace this to material icon. Let's see how to do that. So I'm going to delete this. Go and add a Mendix text widget. Now navigating to material icon website. So I'm going to search for ratings icon. So it will show us the relevant icons for ratings. And selecting star icon, copy the name of the icon and paste this in text widget. Navigating to Appearance tab, the bottom, you could see the option called display material icon. There we have three options are available: outlined icon, filled icon, and two tones. So I'm going to select filled icon. Even we can change the color of the icon and the size. I'm going to choose brand bordering, the color. Let's run the application and see the changes in the browser. Yeah. See, inspect this. Before it was image. Now you could see the material icons are integrated in this application. So we have successfully implemented material icon in our project. This shows that cross-platform implementation can be done in Mendix. Let's see the workflow. The entire layout is customizable. It has the option of creating, moving the blocks within the layout. For example, it's simple to move the categories from second block to the third block and vice versa. If you want to change the banner, carousel banner, you can change it within a click of a button. It is easy to change the product listing in the product features section. It is important to note that Mendix is a versatile platform that addresses a broader range of collection beyond just UI development. It focuses on streamlining the entire application development lifecycle from designing to development, while providing tools and features that can help developers overcome obstacles they may face, including those are related to user interface.
Yeah, that's great. Now we are going to see the flow that we have built. Now we build the live building of home page. Now let's see the workflow of this application. Let's map the microflow. Yeah. Now we are going to move to the product description page. Now we are on the product details view page. On the left side of the page, all the images of the product are displayed. Select one product image and view on the product view page. On this page, the other metadata of product has been displayed, such as brand name, product name is being displayed. An add to button will add the product to the my bag page, and we will select the size of the product and add it to the bag. Once you add the product to the bag, pop-up says the product has been added successfully to the bag. So either you can continue the shopping or you can navigate to the my bag page. Now I would like to add multiple products, and I will navigate to the my bag page. On the My Bag page, we have the list of products with the quantities and its total price on the left side. Now let's navigate to the checkout. See, in checkout, we have additionally added the customer address. So we have given an option to change the address for the respective users. So they can change the address and choose the delivery address. And we have the order summary. And finally, we are on the payment page. On the payment page on the left side, we have all the payment modes. And let's enter the details to successfully complete the checkout. So entering the card numbers, card name, expiry date, and then CVV numbers. So finally, when we click on Pay Securely button, shows an order has been successfully placed. So altogether, this is the workflow that we have built using Mendix UI efficiently with default Mendix components as well as customization. So we just saw how to use the building blocks and base templates and design properties in this MX Fashion retail portal.
So we would like to convey retailers often struggles to provide a consistent and seamless user experience across multiple channels, such as web, mobile, and other in-stores. Mendix enables the development of omni-channel application by allowing developers to design user interface that adjust to various devices and channels. This helps retailers deliver an amazing user experience regardless of the platform they are using.
Finally, let's look at the business benefits in terms of better user experience in Mendix. By leveraging Mendix UI, retailers can benefit from consistent branding and design, faster UI development, improved user experience, responsive and mobile-friendly design, time and cost savings, cross-platform compatibility, customization flexibility, and streamlined collaboration. So these benefits contribute to create retail applications that drive customer engagement, loyalty, and ultimately business success. I hope you all enjoyed this virtual meetup. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining the session. Over to Dinesh.
Thank you, Thangaselvan. That was very informative session. So we have come to the end of the session, and I hope the session was very informative, and for sure it will boost the confidence of Mendix developers to create high and very enriched UI applications. Thank you all for joining the session. Have a great evening.